Well, good day everybody, and welcome to my channel Whiskey Journey. Today I've got another single malt Scotch whiskey review for you guys. I'm going to be traveling back to Jura and trying out this independent bottling right here. This was released by independent bottler Chorlton Whisky just a few days ago. In my opinion, a very underrated independent bottler. Any release I've had from them has always been excellent, and I do highly recommend that you check them out. Some of their stuff is quite good value. They're based in Manchester in England. Okay. What I'll also do is do a comparison between this one and the recent Maltbarn 10-year-old that I reviewed, just to see if there's any differences in taste, etc. Okay, so onto this bottle right here then. So as I said, Chorlton Whisky. This is a 15-year-old, so this one from Maltbarn 10 years old, this one 15 years old from Chorlton Whisky. Lovely labels. Chorlton Whisky always, what they release is they always have beautiful labels. As I said, 15 years of age, bottled from a bourbon barrel, single cask, cask strength, natural colour, unchill filtered, 201 bottles only, bottled at 52.8% ABV. Okay, so all the good things. Alright, so with the tasting, obviously I've got my dropper here, so I'll be trying with a bit of water and see if there's any change to the dram at all. I'm really excited to give you my thoughts on this one. So let's just get straight into the tasting then, shall we? And see what we get on the nose first. This has been resting now for about 25 minutes. Okay, so on the nose. Oily. Paraffin oil. Waxy. Definitely more citrus led. There's a little bit of baked apple there, but definitely more a citrus note. I'm thinking sweet oranges, almost like nectarines, that sort of feel. There's a little bit of malted barley there, but definitely get hoppiness, almost like a wheated beer, that sort of feel to it. Definitely a hoppiness, beautiful. There's a vanilla as well. There's not a lot of oak on this at all, just a hint of oak. I think with this release they're letting the spirit shine through rather than the cask maturation itself. Definitely just a little bit of vanilla, not a lot, but the coastal edge is there. Sea spray. Yeah, definitely beautiful coastal note. A little bit of brine. And a slight industrial tone too. Very slight. But an absolutely stunning nose that is led, in my opinion, by those beautiful sweet orange notes, waxiness, oiliness, and then you get that wheated beer sort of edge with coastal elements and a bit of industrial tones too. Just an absolutely gorgeous nose. Okay, so let's just try it then at its natural full strength. A spicy finish, herbal, salty, hint of mint. That's just absolutely gorgeous. So on the palate, much like the nose, greeted with those waxy fruits, waxy oranges, creamy, oily mouthfeel, little bit of vanilla, not a lot, just a hint. Those beautiful nectarine sweet orange notes kind of lead the way, much like with the nose, and then kind of mid palate spiciness starts to build up just a wee bit. Coastal becomes increasingly salty in the finish. Sea spray, A little bit of mineral character there too, maybe a bit of stone or slate. And then just in the end, a touch herbal, a little bit drying, and then some beautiful, almost minty notes. Garden mint, that sort of feel just on the end. And then the finish remains beautifully sweet with that nectarine sweetness dancing on the tongue there, mingling with salt. And then, as I get with Jura, hints of copper coins just now. Copper coins starting to develop in the finish. Very, very beautiful, very sweet in the end, very natural. It feels very natural in my opinion. It doesn't, difficult to describe with Jura. I felt it with this one as well. Organic sort of feeling to it. Nothing is hidden, all the flavors are there, right in front of you. Just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Right, let's just have a wee taste just with a few drops of water and see if the profile has changed at all. Yeah, the nose is much the same. Yeah, those beautiful oranges just really come out. There's, as I said, hints of apple. That beer note, didn't get it too much on the palate. There was some malted barley, but that beer note comes out now. A little bit stronger, that hoppiness, just with a bit of water. Right, and let's just try on the palate. Also very good. Oily, waxy, creamy. That mouth coating texture remains. Very, very similar. The dram is very similar, reduced to its natural strength. Oranges definitely. Juicy now. Lemon, bit of lemon salt. But salivation is being induced, which makes this juicy character, juicy nectarines, sweet nectarines, salt, slight industrial tone, malted barley, that bit of a wheaty beer that comes out, wheaty hops, and then just in the finish, beautifully coastal, sea spray, sea salt, increasingly salty, copper coins, as I said already, beautiful. It's just an absolutely delightful dram. I just love Jura, independent Jura. As I say, I'm not great with the official bottlings. I don't think too much of them. I probably need to maybe experiment a bit more. But this is just absolutely spectacular. And price-wise, very similar. This has gone up, by the way, guys. This has gone up to approximately around about 80 quid now. It was 63 euros. It's now popped up to 75 euros. So it's a bit more expensive. This one from Chorlton comes in at about £82.50 plus shipping. Do I think it's worth it? You bet your life I do. Absolutely stunning. Definitely, I mean, it's not cheap, but for a 15-year-old, natural colour, cask strength, unsulfated. It's just sat in a bourbon barrel. No hidden agendas, no strange cask types of maturation. Just a honest, organic type bottling. I think this is well worth the money, and well worth that you spend your time with and experiment with Jura. Beautiful notes. I'm just going to have a sip of water quick and then just comparing to the 10-year-old. See if there is any change. Apologies guys, this is going to be a slightly longer review, but I like to do these comparisons. Right, so on to the 10-year-old Jura from Maltbarn. See what the difference is. Right, so not completely different. Waxy, oily, paraffin. But this one is definitely more apple-led rather than citrus-led. So my impression of this is this feels more summery in the glass, more like summer, whereas this feels more like an autumn release, in my opinion. A little bit darker, and As I said, a bit more citrus led, but still beautifully sweet, like tangerines, as I've said. But this one, very similar notes to this, but definitely baked apples lead the way, along with all the other beautiful notes that I got from this one. As I said, vanilla custard creams, maybe a little bit more barrel influence on this one, slightly more, but not much more. Just a stunning nose on this one as well, guys. Interesting. That sort of hoppy character that I got from this one. I got this one more on the nose rather than the taste. This one, less on the nose, but definitely more that hoppy character on the palate. But baked apples, sweet baked apples, lemon, there's a little bit of sweet sourness going on with this. Some tartness, which cuts through that sweetness from the apple. Salty, vanilla custards, creams, creamy finish. That's also excellent, guys. And that copper coin element that as I said, I get off Jura, definitely get that as well. Do I have a preference between these two releases? I don't. I think they're both perfect. Well, not perfect, it's very difficult to say something's perfect, but I think they're both spectacular drams. The Maltbarn 10-year-old for me, more a summertime dram, more apple led, sweet apple. This one more autumn led, more citrus, more orange, sweet orange notes. Both very similar profiles though, and both winners in my opinion. But if in the UK, I would definitely pick up this 15-year-old from Chorlton. As I said before, underrated independent bottler. They release really good things. They've also just recently released a Lecheg 18-year-old, I think it is, which I'm quite keen to get, perhaps. But as it stands, this Jura here, 15-year-old, one of my top drams of the year again, along with this one. Independent bottlers are just knocking out the park with Jura, in my opinion. And these two bottles are great examples of honest, organic bottlings. No room to hide, bourbon cask maturation, absolutely stunning. Okay, guys. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. That just about wraps things up. But if you enjoy my content, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It's always appreciated. But as usual, folks, not much else to say, except have a fantastic day. See all of you again soon. Take care. Cheers.